Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is not going to be in any particular order. We're just going to talk about the episode. Girl, you know what I wanted to say? Alex. I think his last name is Salter. Alex Salter. Girl, he's a YouTuber. He made a comment on Twitter basically saying that when Diane says her tagline, that's how he sounds when he's drunk on his lives. And every time I hear Diane's tagline, she does sound like somebody's drunk. Somebody that's drunk. I want y'all to go back and listen to Diane. What's her name? Diane or Diana, whatever her name is. Go back and listen to her tagline. She does sound like a drunk person. Anyways, all right. So, Erica, I thought it was weird. Did y'all think it was weird when Erica was wiping? She asked, because she, I guess, wiped her hands on Lisa's clothes, and she said she didn't want to be rude. And Lisa said, why would you think that would be rude? Yeah. Girl, because she's wiping her hands on your clothes. Girl, why? Clearly there's something on her clothes that she doesn't want to get on hers. So why would you ask, could you wipe them on mine? Girl. Anyways, Garcelle calls Crystal. And basically convinces her to come down to the house so they can have a conversation about the night before. So Crystal comes down. She comes down to the house, and while Crystal is making her way to the home, to Kyle's home, Erica starts to talk about, I don't think Erica necessarily brought up the case, but she made a comment, she made some comments basically saying that there's a possibility that I guess some of the victims are lying about not receiving payment. I don't know, girl. She started talking about how, because I guess this, is an ongoing battle, that there are things that she just can't talk about, which, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. I've heard people say you can't talk about the case, you can talk about cases, So I guess that makes sense. Girl, when Garcelle was in the confessional and was basically questioning what Erica was saying, and then she said, but it also snows in Pasadena. And then she had that smirk across her face. You know what I want to bring up real fast? And I know a lot of y'all probably fall into this category. I hope not, but I feel like y'all do. I think Cal is probably one of the nastiest women I have seen on TV. I'm sorry. Anybody who allows their dogs to just rip and run and hop on counters and sniff over food and grab food off the counters that people are eating, and it's just disgusting to me. I'm sorry. That dog has been ripping and running all up and through that grass, all around outside, everywhere, probably stepping in all types of who knows what, running around the house. I just think it's disgusting. I said, that's an old nasty heifer. We can't even sit here and have a conversation without your dogs ripping and running around, jumping on the table, grabbing food, jumping on the counter, grabbing food. Anyways, Crystal basically talks about them not creating a safe space for her. You know what? Let's get into Miss Crystal, because Crystal, I got a lot to say about this. At first, I was like Team Crystal 100% in this episode. Then after I watched it the second time, see, that's why you need to watch these shows twice. Because sometimes, your wheels start to turn. You start to, I don't know, Crystal. I understood Crystal when she was saying how they did not create a safe space for her. She feels as though she can't really be vulnerable with them because the last go round, when there was a problem with Sutton, instead of the focus being on the problem or the issue or the way that I felt, the discussion became more about a word because you didn't like the word that I used. And so that must have taught Crystal that, okay, this is a group of ladies that I don't feel safe around. I get that, okay? While dark is not a $1 million SAT word, Crystal is starting to give me rich white woman tea. You say certain words, and you have to know that these words can be triggering, or it could land a certain way. Crystal was right when she talked about the word, what was the word she used last year? Violate. She felt violated. She was right. The word she used was correct for what happened. I think that for a lot of us, because I felt the same way at first too. Girl, that sounds a little strong. However, when you look up the definition, it fit what Crystal was talking about. It just sounds like, I think that a lot of us, when someone mentions the word violate, we go to something more like girl, this is, girl, you know what I'm saying? With the word dark. Dark is not this $1 million SAT word. But Crystal has to understand that when you're using the word dark, it would make someone believe that, girl, whatever Sutton said in that moment was on some shit that, yes, like Garcelle said, it would make me question whether or not I would be friends with this person. I think that Crystal needs to learn that even if the word is very simple, that it could cause chaos and confusion within the group. I think that if Crystal probably would have said something like, and again, Crystal has told the group, you're not going to tell me what words I can use. No, we can't tell you what words you can use, but bitch, you need to realize that when you use certain words, girl, you're going to receive a certain reaction. Okay? If you just would have said something like, listen, the reason why, because Garcelle, now this is why I didn't understand Garcelle. When Garcelle was sitting down with Crystal, once Crystal made it to the house, Garcelle basically mentioned last year about Crystal bringing up to Sutton, oh, you're that girl. You're the girl that doesn't see color. Now, I was looking at Garcelle like, what the fuck you talking about, Garcelle? Because I felt like in that moment, from what I remember last year, Crystal saying to Sutton, oh, you're that girl that doesn't see color. I felt like it fit in that moment. So I didn't understand what Garcelle was trying to say. Because Garcelle, one, you were not even in the conversation. Your ass was in the other room somewhere, I believe. So I didn't understand what Garcelle, unless Sutton had told her something outside of what Crystal told her, for her to come to the conclusion that, girl, you saying that, oh, you're the girl that doesn't see color, it didn't fit within the conversation. So that's when Crystal came back and was basically saying, well, I said that because there were other things that were said within the conversation that were dark. So I'm not mad at Crystal. Somebody could say that Crystal was throwing Sutton under the bus, but I think Crystal was just trying to tell Garcelle, well, girl, you may feel that way, but there were also other things that were said in the conversation that were dark that made me say what I said. Now, going back to the dark word, I think that if Crystal probably would have said, well, Garcelle, there were other things that were said that night that made me feel some type of way. Sutton and I talked about it. That night I was in my feelings. We squashed it. It's good, right? But I said that because of other things in the conversation that you weren't privy to. I think that would have landed differently than her saying dark. Because then when you say dark, like everybody else is saying, it leaves the door open. Girl, And our mind is gonna go to the worst thing. What did she say? The N-word? Did she call like what's an Asian slur? I don't know. You know, did she say something? You know, I don't want to say nothing. You know, last time, honey. Did she say an Asian slur? Like, what did she say? So when Crystal, you say this stuff and then you want to close the door, that don't fly with me. You gonna have to tell us what the fuck she said. Cause you should have rearranged it a different way, mama. So now everybody walking around her looking crazy, like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck Sutton say? Well, bitch, what did you say, Sutton? Cause mama said you said something dark. You see what I'm saying? I just feel like Crystal has to have some type of self-awareness to the point where, girl, even though the words are very simple that you're using, that, girl, you have to know that, girl, those words can... And it's like either you're pulling that the rich white woman stunt where you know certain words, you know certain trigger words, right? Or either you just don't know. But I feel like Crystal knows. I feel like Crystal wants to say what she wants to say, and bitch, you're not gonna tell me what words I can use. Well, bitch, you're not gonna tell me the reaction I can use that I can have to the words that you use. So either you're gonna have to change up your words, okay? If you don't want the reaction that I'm about to give your ass. Because my reaction is based off of what? Okay? Diana can go. I'm sorry. I think Diana is fake. I'm sorry. Like, I just want, if Diana is an asshole, just be an asshole. Like I said last week, Sutton came into the group an asshole. Okay? Sutton came into the group as a rich white woman who did not understand why these girls was walking around with their ass hanging out. She didn't understand why they were not placed. You know, what is it called? Place settings at the names. What is it called when they tell you where to sit at the tables? She didn't understand none of that. Girl, where? I'm a rich white woman. We don't do things like this. Girl, what are you talking about? Right? Now, I think Sutton looked at herself on television and probably said, ooh, girl, I'm probably a bitch. And now she's a little bit more laid back. Like, okay, girl, let me just kind of like let my hair down. You know, I don't have to be so... But I think that's how she wasn't trying to be something that she wasn't at the time. I feel like Diane, whatever her name is, she's playing both sides. Like, one minute is, oh, I can't go inside of stores because it's just like the dust and the... Bitch, you say you grew up in the ghetto. Girl, I'm sure the dust that your ass grew up with ain't got shit on the dust in the Gucci store. Okay? Like, Diane, girl, you're not gonna play this game with me. You said you grew up poor. And then you went into extreme poverty. And then you were thrusted into this wealth. Girl, you ain't been rich but that long, bitch. Stop playing. You done been into stores before. So when I hear her say this shit like, oh, she can't go into... I would rather Diane just say, bitch, I'm rich. I ain't got to go into those stores. And I would be like, period, mama. Okay? That's the type of shit I just want people to say. And I know I cannot direct people's life, right? But I would rather you just come out and just say the shit that just makes sense. I'm rich now. I don't go to the stores come to me. There's no reason for me to have to go to the store and have to worry about parking and worry about all these people. No. I call the people. This is what money can do when you have it. They come to you. Not all that, oh, I can't go into stores. It's the dust and my allergies. And girl, bitch. I almost said something real fucked up. Bitch, you grew up in the ghetto. The hood. Bitch, you was shipped over here on a boat. Was? Now all of a sudden, girl, dust in the Gucci, Chanel, Valentino, Tom Ford store, it bother you? Because I know you're not going to the Gap or Express or Forever 21 or Charlotte Russe or Agachi or Urban Outfitters or Macy's or the other stores that the regular girls go to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure it ain't too dusty in the fucking Chanel or the Valentino. I ain't ever walked into one before. Okay, but I'm sure I'm sure it ain't that much dust floating around the goddamn Chanel, Gucci, Tom Ford, girl, YSL, girl, Bottega, girl, no. I don't, Diane, she not landing for me. I'm sorry. Usually I go up for the rich white woman, you know, but I'm not going up for this rich white woman. She can go. If you're not going to be your true, authentic self, okay, I'd rather have Heather Dubrow before Diane. I saw Ricky. Bitch, Ricky is fine. Bitch, I found his Instagram page. Oof. Hey, Ricky. What I say last week? Hey, Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Ricky, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Ricky. Yes. Anyways, I thought Diane was a gay white man walking up to Sutton's house. Girl, when they was in La Quinta, didn't y'all think that Sutton was, didn't y'all think that, I swear, I thought Diane was a gay white man with just an oversized shirt and some slacks on. I swear to God. I didn't understand how Diane had made that comment about Sutton the night before, about Sutton being this and Sutton being that. And then, girl, literally the next day you're in her house or, you know, her apartment or whatever they're called, hotel room, whatever, having breakfast and a discussion wasn't had. Because, bitch, as soon as you would have set your ass on my couch, I would have been asking that girl, what was you saying last night about my personality? Before you even touch anything over here. That was a lot. That was too much goddamn food. Girl, that was too much goddamn food. Anyways, oh girl, when Garcelle said Lisa Vanderpump name, honey, them heifers scatter like roaches. I said, oh, so Lisa Vanderpump must have been in charge of the girls, because the way them hoes was running like the light had just came on. Girl, okay. What that mean? Oh, Sutton threw a party at her store. I'm sorry, I cannot get into I can't get into Dorit, whatever her name is. Everything about Dorit, it seems like, I'm sorry. I hate to be this person. I really do. Every time I see Dorit on my TV screen, I feel like she's acting. I feel like everything is like a moment for Dorit. Even when they were going to the party and, you know, she saw the paparazzi outside of oh my God, the Paps are here. Like, how self-absorbed are you girl? Dorit, whatever your name is, Dee Dee. If you were that fucking concerned about running into the Paps, your ass should have stayed at home. Just like your ass should have stayed at home and waited for your husband to get over there after your ass supposedly got robbed. But no, your husband come from the airport. Don't go check on his kids. He goes straight from the airport to Kyle house. Girl, this whole story got holes in it. And girl, the way you acted is like you putting on for TV. I'm sorry. I hope this woman really got robbed. Because if she didn't, girl, you worried about running into the Paps, but your ass ain't worried about all these other cameras in front of your goddamn face. Girl, Dorit, take your ass home and stay off my TV screen. Okay? Sutton. Now, I will say this much. Sutton, mama, you had a weird reaction to them telling you that your homegirl had pretty much thrown you under the bus. Again, Crystal could have worded it differently. She said, "Don't tell her how to talk." Well, bitch, I'm gonna tell you, you need to learn a different word, okay? Because the quietness kept the shit that you said, girl. It brought attention to Sutton. Now everybody looking at Sutton sideways. Now Sutton, she's so goddamn scary and nervous that she don't even want to talk about it. Because quietness is kept. She probably don't even remember if she said something fucked up or not, or if she did say something fucked up. She didn't think it was going to be brought up again. I'm with Kyle on that one. Because she done said something so messed up that she probably don't want to talk about it. But I'm with Crystal about, girl, even if she did say this. See, this is the thing, right? Even if Sutton has said something, there's a good chance that the rich white woman in Beverly Hills they won't take it as Crystal or Garcelle would take it. Like sometimes when people say something about LGBTQ, you may not receive it the way that I would receive it, or even like a close ally to the community may receive it, right? Just like sometimes someone may say something about women and I may not receive it the same way that a woman might receive what they just said. And women say, a woman might say that I was offended. So it just depends on who the group is and what's being said. You're not going to receive stuff the same way. So even if Kyle wasn't drunk and you were there for the conversation, there could be a possibility that the shit that Sutton had said landed differently on, what's that girl name? Crystal's ears versus yours. You see what I'm saying? So Kyle basically trying to be the person to say, kind of Sutton didn't say nothing wrong, stop saying I was drunk. Girl, you really don't, I can't really take your word for it. The only person that can really kind of shut this down right now is Crystal, and she needs to say what the fuck Sutton said. Crystal again used like a murder example. I got what Crystal was saying. Basically, y'all just basically said that, it's kind of like you accuse somebody of murder and then they say, I didn't do it. That's not going to be good enough. You need to say, I didn't do it because I was here at this place with so-and-so or something like that. She used an example. It made sense to me. Again, but girl, you need to say what the fuck was said. I'm sorry. That was pretty much it. Girl, Doreen had some type of therapy session with some white woman, honey. I wasn't paying no attention. I ain't even gonna say her lie to y'all. Honey. That's pretty much it. Let me look over these notes. Oh, my nail. Sutton talking about she a vegan, but she eat bacon. Didn't she say some shit like that? She sounded just like PJ's mama. Remember when PJ mama was on Real Housewives of Atlanta talking about she was a part-time vegan? Ain't no fucking such thing as a part-time vegan. Either you're a vegan or you're not. Just because you eat vegan food 2 or 3 times a week don't mean you're a part-time vegan. Okay? It's just like if you eat pussy once every 5 years don't mean you straight. Maybe that's not the right. Maybe that's not the right example. I'm just saying. You just ate some pussy. Okay? Talking about I'm bisexual. No, girl, you gay. You probably thought it was a booty hole. Okay? Anyways. Kyle and them dogs. Girl, Kyle, you gonna do something with them dogs. Kyle, you's a nasty rich white. Kyle is a nasty rich white woman. I'm sorry. And y'all some nasty rich black women if y'all doing the same thing Kyle's doing. And we're nasty rich Hispanic women and nasty rich Asian women and nasty rich all of whatever woman. Whoever, girl, whatever. Honey, when I tell you, baby, okay, girl. Sudden don't want to go backwards. Let's just move forward, girl. No, girl, we need to get to the bottom of this, Miss Sutton, because your homegirl talking about you saying something dark. And my mind going to the worst possible thing you could say, which is the N word. I don't know. Okay. All right, that's it. I'll talk to y'all girls later. Bye.